So today we're going to be testing and reviewing the brand new Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. Now this just recently launched and I've been testing it out all week and I couldn't wait to share it with you what high-end luxury foundation it is a dupe to. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Cat's Eye Beauty. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm over 50 years old and I love testing out makeup and skincare products, everything from drugstore to high-end and everything in between. And today, you guys suggested it and I listened. You guys were mentioning the new Revlon foundation. I thought they went bankrupt. No, they didn't. They did file for Chapter 11 last year. However, since they are still a makeup company to be reckoned with, they've been in business for over 90 years, they are hanging in there and they're pumping out some new products, particularly their new Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. Now, like I said, this just recently launched. I ordered it off the Walmart website for $13.99. You can also order it off the Ulta website and some other drugstore websites. But you guys, I've been testing this out all week and I couldn't help but notice it was very, very similar to a high-end luxury brand foundation that I've been really loving. So without further ado, let's get into the video. How you doing? You guys, it is the time for foundations. I noticed being in YouTube for a while that there are certain times where they just launch a bunch of eyeshadow palettes and then they throw at you a bunch of foundation reviews. So if you get tired of foundation reviews, I'm sorry. I love testing them out, especially for our mature skin. And when I find a drugstore foundation that is very similar to a luxury high brand foundation, I could not wait to share it with you. Let's talk about this new Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. Now, it retails for $17.99. You get one fluid ounce and it comes in 28 shades. I know that's a little pricey for drugstore. Well, but you can't help the fact that Revlon's gone bankrupt, but I did order mine off the Walmart website and I got it for $13.99. So I figured, hey, that was a bargain. Well, I did have to pay for shipping too. Well, it all evens out in the end, right? It's supposed to boost your skin radiance and it's supposed to also increase skin elasticity in 4 weeks. It does contain 5% squalane and hyaluronic acid. It also contains an ingredient called Camellia sinensis leaf extract. Now, this is the same derived ingredient in the #1 de Chanel foundation that I reviewed a couple of months ago. Camellia seed oil contains vitamins that stimulate collagen production and help tackle fine lines and wrinkles. So if this is a derivative, the Camellia sinensis leaf extract, this really does contain really good skin-loving ingredients in their new foundation. So yeah, studies show that the plant offers restorative properties that can reduce the appearance of premature aging and promote healthy skin. Well, I'm all for it. As you can see, I already have my eyebrows on. I've done my skincare. I let my skincare soak in for at least 45 minutes, applied my sunscreen, and I also applied primer. For primer today, I use the Caliray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with collagen peptides. This is a beautiful smoothing and blurring primer that just really literally erases your fine lines. It is amazing, and any sort of foundation you put on top of it is just going to lay super smooth. So you're probably going, okay, Catherine, what is the luxury high-end foundation that's supposed to be the dupe? You're going to be shocked as well as I was. It is the new Makeup by Mario Surreal-Skin foundation. This retails for $42 and it comes in 30 shades. Now, granted, this only comes in 28 shades, but at a fraction of the cost. And I'm going to show you just how similar they are. This is in the shade Buff Beige. And I'm just like you, I had to go online and, Russian roulette, baby. I was like, okay, this looks like it could be my shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the right side of my face with the Revlon and the left side of my face with the Makeup by Mario. And you will see how similar they are. As you can see, it comes in a glass bottle and a pump. And I'm gonna pump out one pump. As you can see, it's kind of runny, kind of liquidy. And it doesn't have any fragrance, I don't think. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply it first with my fingertips right to the center of my face. Now, at first you're probably going, oh my God, this looks really pale. But for some reason, it really does neutralize on my skin. I'm heating it up with my fingertips. And I know some of you are grossed out when you use your fingertips to apply foundation. Hey, that's how we did it in the 90s, right? And in the 80s. But heating it up on my skin and applying it with my fingertips, you're using all the product and it's not getting sucked up by a beauty blender or a brush. So I really like to get that coverage going. I'm gonna go ahead and stipple it in with my BK101 brush. Now this is supposed to provide medium coverage and a natural finish. all the things that I'm looking for in a drugstore or any type of foundation. But just stippling it in right through here and then blending it along my jawline and up through here. But that just went on quickly and effortlessly. Super pretty on the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and turn down my light so you can see how much coverage we're getting with this foundation. As you can see, it provides light to medium coverage. It's super soft and comfortable on the skin. It doesn't feel overly dewy or tacky or sticky. It really does have a nice consistency that blended out so nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of this and build up the coverage. Still using my fingertips, blending it out. Now this is just one, maybe 3/4 of a pump of the Revlon Illuminance foundation, but as you can see, it does provide really nice medium coverage. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply to the left side of my face the Surreal-Skin by Makeup by Mario. I have been loving this foundation. It is so beautiful, but again, it is so pricey at $42, and you do get 1 fluid ounce. Remember, it does come in 30 shades. I'm in the shade 5N. Super simple packaging. It comes in a glass bottle, pump. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 pump. It almost has this exact same consistency as the Revlon. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and buff it in, this time with a Sigma F80 Kabuki brush, and just stiffle it in. That way we don't cross-contaminate the foundation. I do have to say the Surreal-Skin by Makeup by Mario does provide a little bit more initial coverage, so you use less, but in terms of consistency and feel and coverage, it looks really similar to the Revlon. See, and I didn't even use that much of the Makeup by Mario, so it is a little pricier. You're gonna use a little bit less because it does have a tad more coverage than the Revlon. But in terms of consistency, in terms of dewiness, it just feels identical. But see how it looks very similar, even though they're not exactly the same shade. And it's really difficult to get the same exact shade match with other foundations, especially between drugstore and high-end. But once you apply the foundation on the Revlon side, it really does even out my skin tone. Very similar to the Makeup by Mario. It's unbelievable. This is the Revlon side, and this is Makeup by Mario's side. I know, right? I wanna go ahead and pop on some concealer, and this is from e.l.f. It is the Flawless Brightening Concealer. And this is super cool. I got this about a month and a half ago during their big sale around the holidays, and I got it for $2, but I think it originally retails for $6. But it's like that touche éclat, I think I'm saying that wrong, the touche éclat where it comes out like a pen. I know, so strange. It has like a tiny little brush, as you can see, right? There's concealer in there, and then you just pump like a pen, and the concealer comes out at the tip. I know, so cool. So this is really precise when you're applying your concealer, and you can control how much. So I'm just gonna put just oh, that's probably too much. Put a tiny dab right where I need brightening. Now this provides like a light medium coverage. It's not going to provide full coverage, at least it doesn't on my skin, but I'm going to go ahead and apply it right through there, and I'm in the shade Light 26N. But really been loving this brightening under eye concealer, and I'm just going to go ahead and tap that in. I mean, for $6, this is probably one of the concealers from e.l.f. that I really like. I did not care for the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I found that to be too thick and heavy under my eyes, and it tended to settle into my fine lines. But this one, for some reason, just really blends effortlessly under the eye. I'm gonna go ahead and take a damp beauty sponge and just tap it in and blend. Nice, huh? Super pretty. It looks super natural. I mean, you know, it looks natural. It doesn't look cakey. Very light on the eyes, on the under eye area. It really brightens. It's not thick, heavy, or cakey. At first I thought it was going to be heavy and cakey, but no, it is the complete opposite. Once you blend it out, it just looks so pretty. Now that I have my concealer and foundation on, I'm going to go ahead and apply some bronzer. And I'm just going to go in with my all-time favorite cream bronzer. It's from Revolution, the Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light. You know this is my all-time favorite. It just really looks fantastic on the skin. It blends out beautifully. It just gives a nice radiance to the complexion. It doesn't move, it doesn't budge, and it really looks beautiful. It doesn't pull too orange or too gray. I mean, look at that. I mean, come on. I think this is like $8. And to me, I like it better than the high-end luxury brands like the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. This one I prefer. And then again, I'm gonna go in on this side. As you can see, now that I have the bronzer on, you cannot tell a difference. You can't. My complexion looks the same. So for blush, I'm gonna go in with the Flush Balm Cheek Color from Merit. Love this cream blush. And I'm in the shade Cheeky. This is like one of their most popular shades. I'm gonna heat it up with my fingertips. Beautiful pigment. And just tap it in. It's a beautiful rose shade that just, I don't know why, I've been super into pink blush lately. I guess because it's super cold, it's winter, you know, I kind of get tired of all the neutral looks, especially if I use a neutral color blush. I just want to add that pop of youth and vitality into my skin, and I find using a cream pink blush really helps kind of just wake up the complexion and make it look youthful. And this is a beautiful cream blush, as you can see. Yeah, I definitely like a pink cheek, especially during the winter time. Okay, because we are in the thralls of winter, let me tell you. Now that I have my blush on, isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye, and I'm gonna go back to Old Faithful. You guys absolutely love the Dominique Cosmetics Blur Translucent Powder. Take a little bit right here, press it in. I love this translucent powder. It is so blurring. It sets my under eye beautifully without settling into fine lines. Right through here, it just sets it so pretty. And it does what it says. It's a blurring powder. And I do like supporting independent makeup companies, especially if they're run by women. And Dominique Cosmetics is just that. Love her products, especially her concealer. But this powder is fantastic. And this translucent powder is not that expensive. I believe it retails for about $21, and you get so much product, you're never gonna run out. But this is a gorgeous blurring loose powder. I highly recommend it. It is one of my top 3 loose powders at this point, but it's beautiful. Now that I have all of my complexion products on, this looks amazing. I cannot tell the difference between the Revlon side and the SurrealSkin side by Makeup by Mario. They both feel the same. They both provide the same amount of coverage. I think it looks really pretty. Can you tell a difference? So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. And here we are with the final look. Now for eyes, I just did a very simple everyday eyeshadow look with the Revlon Colorstay Day to Night Quad and the Colorstay Addiction. You guys, I've forgotten how good these little quads are. You can find these at any drugstore, and they're actually quite good. They're not very pigmented, so I love the fact that they're super easy to blend. And then I just did a tiny little wing with the Huda Beauty Quick and Easy Liquid Eyeliner in Very Brown. Love brown eyeliner. I think it's just so subtle and so becoming on the eyes. And then for mascara, I went in with, of course, the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. Absolutely been enjoying this mascara so much. It retails for $6. You can pick it up anywhere. It is just a fantastic formula that's going to lift and curl your eyelashes without even having to curl your eyelashes. It's just a great formula. And for lips, I went in with the lip liner from BK Beauty in the shade Sweet Pea. Sometimes when I do videos and people go, what are you wearing on your lips? And I forget to mention it. It's usually this lip liner from BK Beauty in Sweet Pea. And then I just added a touch of gloss from Caliray. Their Caliray Glazed and Infused Plumping Glassy Lip Trip. Now, to me, it's not very plumping, and I'm in the shade Lost and Sauced. Love the name of this shade of lip gloss, but it's just very hydrating, very glossy. And I think the combination between the lip liner Sweet Pea and Lost and Sauced is so pretty. But what do you think about these foundations? Can you tell the difference between the Revlon side and the Makeup by Mario side? Granted, the Makeup by Mario Surreal-Skin is going to provide more coverage on initial application. So even though it costs more, you're going to use less because it has more coverage. The Revlon Illuminance side, oh my gosh, you may have to apply a little bit more to get the same amount of coverage, but it's not cakey. It doesn't settle into my fine lines. It's super light and comfortable on the skin. And let me tell you something, it has amazing longevity. I think Buff Beige, the shade 209, really worked out great for my skin tone. I mean, I think it's beautiful. I highly recommend this foundation. At the price point of 14 bucks, you cannot go wrong. I'm so glad one of you guys suggested it to me. I love hearing from you in the comments section below, and I'm so glad you did because I am in love with this foundation. It is absolutely beautiful. I think it's very flattering on mature skin. It just looks so natural on the skin. But what do you think? Do you prefer the Revlon side? Or do you prefer the Makeup by Mario side? You tell me. Let me know down in the comments section below. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I always have so much fun hanging out with you and seeing what works for our mature skin. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. And in case you want to hang out a little bit longer and check out some more foundation reviews, I've got a bunch. Then check out the list down here. And for skincare reviews, check out the playlist right over there. But for now, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.